and Facebook. Commissioner, you have the floor.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the meeting of the Administrative Operations Committee of the Public Building Commission of Chicago, being held today, November 6, 2024 at 1 p.m. Director Gitteroff, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Maldonado.
Here.
Commissioner Randall. Here. Chairman, we have a quorum.
Next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the meeting held September 25th, 2024.
Move to approve.
Motion approved. Next item on the agenda is public participation in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide comments.
There is no registered speakers today, Chairman.
Thank you, Mary Pat. Next item on the agenda is report by Director of Procurement, James Borkman.
Good afternoon, Chairman and Commissioner Randall.
Good afternoon.
I have 5 reports today, fairly brief on each of them. The first is the task orders awarded against term contracts. There's only one task order awarded since our last meeting. That was for the Malcolm X College Learning Center located in Washington Park. That was for surveyor services awarded to Thomas Engineering Group, LLC for $30,239.84. Any questions on that one? Pretty straightforward. My next report is a recommendation of appointment of a firm to provide design architect services for the Department of Water Management's new operations facility that's located at 4825 West Lawrence Avenue. In our LIQ, letters of interest and qualifications, as each of you know, we have 132 architects and 71 engineers that are standing ready to work with the PBC and our clients. After perusal by the design team, it was clear that Moody Nolan stood ready. We reached out, they are ready. Moody Nolan has demonstrated recent and relevant experience in these areas. They have a knowledgeable and experienced staff. They also understand the importance of public engagement in the process, and they have executed similar projects successfully in the past. So it's our recommendation that Moody Nolan be appointed for that project, the Department of Water Management Operations Facility. Any questions? No. Okay. My next report is of the same ilk. This is for the Chicago Park District. This is the new Kells, George Kells Park Fieldhouse located at 3201 West Chicago Avenue. This would be same idea. The LIQ was checked to see who had the relevant qualifications and experience and ability to perform this work. Again, this would be design architecture services. This is recommending Brook Architecture. They have been very successful on a number of projects, both with the Park District and with the PBC in the past. And they have committed to maximizing the utilization of MBE and WBE consultants. They have that recent and relevant experience, as I said, for good track record. They also have the capabilities to perform the specific style of design architecture services that would be needed for this program. So it's our recommendation to go with Brook Architecture, who also, by the way, I should point out, is a minority and a women-owned business enterprise, certified for both.
No question.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Just as far as process and how this goes, so you're asking if they be the architect of record. What are they going to produce initially?
So they will actually be. So this is planned on going out from a procurement perspective as a design build project. Okay. So they would actually be appointed as the design architect. Okay. Meaning that they would not be able to partake in the actual design build appointment process, but the drawings and information necessary from the conception up into the point, the transfer documents that they would be required to create and turn over would be handed over. Up until that point, they'll be responsible for that piece of the puzzle.
Thank you, James. So Commissioner, specifically the concept drawings and the design development drawings for the site, test fits, geography, geometry, coordination with our partners at the Park District. To James's point, what we call the transfer package would include those documents to prepare us for DB procurement.
Gotcha.
First quarter next year.
Those initial design documents or drawings would be part of some public presentation as well, or would that be later?
We intend on conducting community meetings, but we felt it better to appoint the design architect first, get us the concept, meet with our alderman, review the information, and then schedule a community meeting shortly thereafter.
Great. Thank you both.
Sure. My next report is a report on the bid opening for our contract C1614, which is for the Forest Preserve District of Cook County's Bobian Woods Boat Launch Restroom and Utilities Project located at 950 East 134th Street. We received two very competitive bids, and we are reviewing to make sure that both the lowest responsible bidder is in fact responsive and responsible. And it will be my intent to recommend award to Ray at the upcoming board meeting, where he'll provide a further report on the selected contractors.
Great. Good news.
Yeah. And then last but not least, I have one item on the amendment report. This is the LCP tracker and V2G Now. They are web-based labor and minority compliance software tracking services. This is to extend it for 1 year until December 31st, 2025, with a increase of $83,000 for a total not to exceed amount of $575,000. And that's been over the life of the contract.
When was this contract initially let?
This contract was initially let back in, rather than give you what I believe to be the date, I will get you the exact date whenever I confirm.
All right, thank you. And it's competitively bid about.
Originally, I believe that we were the provider of the software services, and then the city piggybacked up off of us, and now the city, I believe, has their own contract, which is something that we're actually interested in looking at over the next year. Okay, these services. Good question.
Okay, thank you. Move to accept the report.
The reports are accepted. Report by Executive Director Ray Gitteroff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First report is in regard to our field order activities. 2 projects to report, 3 field orders. All 3 field orders for the 2 projects exceed our reporting threshold. First project is the Kenwood Academy Link and Mechanical Project, field order number 1, in the estimated value of $444,843.27. This change, or this field order, reviewed with our client CPS for approval, is in regard to permit revisions during the permit process and the issue for construction drawings, which included a variety of scope items, including civil, landscaping, demolition, architectural, structural, mechanical, and plumbing disciplines. We worked with CPS's architect to update the drawings, prepare the proper bulletin, estimate the value of the work, review with our client for approval to issue the field order. The second item for the same project is field order number 3 in the estimated amount of $74,430.73. That includes a variety of different items, specifically related to the Cantor building, including discovered pre-existing foundation conflicts, along with electrical clarifications and flooring type revisions. The next project is not related to the CPS, but related to one of our other partners, CDOT's capital program, alleys, various locations for package number 2. That is field order number 1 in the estimated amount of $145,998.88. This is specifically related to discovered unsuitable subgrade conditions that required a revision to the design by CDOT's engineer of record, which included revisions to the excavation depth and type of backfill material in order to properly complete the project. That PCO was also reviewed with our partners at CDOT for approval to issue the field order. That work is in process. That concludes my report on the field order activities. Mr. Chairman, if there are no questions, I can move on to the change order activity report.
Yes.
Great, thank you. One change order to report for the Sauganash Elementary School Annex 2 and renovation project in the total credit amount of $298,749.69. And that is the closeout change order for the unused site work allowance, camera allowance, environmental allowance, and the COVID-19 cleaning and disinfecting allowance in accordance with the EPA's and CDC's guidelines. That concludes my report on the change order activities. Unless any questions?
No questions.
Okay,
Move to accept the report.
Reports are accepted. Motion to adjourn.
I'll move.
just quick,
Oh,
just a quick update.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Regular
I'll be quick.
No, no, take your time.
All right, just a brief update to share with the team regarding our activities over the last month. On October 7th, PBC and its partners, Chicago Public Library, 2FM, and Alderman Samantha Nugent hosted an open house to explore possibilities for enhanced library services at the Mayfair Branch Library. Participants offered input on how they currently use the library and how the facility can serve the community better in the future. On October 8th and October 10th, PBC's compliance team, led by Patrice Doyle, hosted virtual community hiring events for the CDOT Alley Project Package Number 2. On October 20th, PBC was honored to join President Pretwinkle on WCPT 820 AM and WVON 1390 AM. It was an engaging conversation regarding the duties of the office and was a great forum to alert listeners to upcoming PBC opportunities. On October 22nd, PBC and its partners, CDOT, the Department of Planning and Development, and the 35th Ward Aldermanic Office hosted a community open house to discuss open space development opportunities for the Logan Square Plaza project, bounded by 2550 North Milwaukee and 3127 West Logan Boulevard. That followed an advisory committee meeting that we held in August of 2024. Both events were excellent opportunities for residents to share feedback and engage with our team. On October 28th, PBC and its partner, the City Colleges of Chicago, hosted a pre-submission conference and site visit for the City Colleges School of Nursing expansion project at the Kennedy King College for the upcoming design build opportunity. The event was conducted at Kennedy King College's Black Box Theater. Special thanks to Chancellor Juan Salgado and his team for allowing us to share that space. Also wanted to thank representatives from Dawson Tech Institute and their students for attending the meeting. The event provided information regarding the overall program, scope, and budget, and a platform for contractors and design professionals to engage with our team and the students that attended the event. In addition, and most importantly, the event provided networking opportunities for everyone that attended the meeting. And then finally, on November 11th, Transwestern, our property manager, will host a vendor open house to promote and increase participation of M&WBE companies in their existing service contracts. It will be a great opportunity for firms, regardless of their size, to network with Transwestern and hear more about upcoming opportunities. There are approximately 102 RSVPs so far for that event. That concludes my report.
Amend my motion to accept all three reports.
The reports are accepted.